Hello there, YouTube! Devin here again, today with another uniform review for you, and here I am wearing it. This is the Crye Precision Army Custom Combat Uniform, which actually wasn't really used by the Army, but it was used by the Air Force for the SEER instructors and SEER personnel, which is SERE, which is Survival, Evasion, Reconnaissance, Escape, which is like the Air Force's survival school, and extensively by the PJs. The para-rescue squadrons of the Air Force, which were, if you've been participating or seen anything about the global war on terror, they're known as the Angels because they come in and they're like ambulance basically for incredibly wounded people throughout the global war on terror, and they do one hell of a job at doing it, which is who I got this uniform from. I got it from a PJ that I know. He's a very, very good guy. I'm very, very grateful that he sent me this a long, long time ago, knowing I was a collector. He's like, I got this one that's barely used. Would you like it? I was like, hell yeah, I would like it. And so he sent me this, and we're going to be doing a review of this uniform today. If you are looking forward to this thing, this video is going to be much, much, much shorter, because I'm hoping that the first video in this series on the Improved Army Hot Weather Combat Uniform, you know, the new one that they have without the chest pockets, the jungle uniform, and stuff like that, will serve as a very, very long thing where we're doing a comparison, and it gives you the overview of the BDUs, which is what I think the gold standard of a U.S. uniform is, and it's something most people aren't quite familiar with. So I'm hoping that that comparison, a little bit more in depth, will help speed up these videos, because everything kind of has trouble uploading much longer videos, so I'm trying to be much quicker and faster with these subsequent reviews after that first one. So the first one should be used as the introduction, and if you want a refresher before you watch all of the new videos coming out in the uniform comparison and stuff like that, that would be the one to go watch to refresh yourself on what the BDUs are like, because it's basically covering two uniforms in that first one, whereas in all of the subsequent ones we're just going to be comparing the uniform that is the subject matter of the video to the BDUs, which I'm not going to go over the BDUs in every single video, because then it gets too long and it gets hard to upload, and the computer has problems and stuff like that with all that other good stuff, as well as being more to edit and everything like that. So this is the Crye Precision Army Custom Combat Uniform. This is the field blouse. We're going to be doing the pants as well, the combat pants that would be worn most usually with this blouse. This is usually known as the Gen 2. There is a field blouse that Crye Precision has developed after this, and this is a legit made by Crye Precision uniform. The same people that developed the camouflage pattern known as multicam, which this is in, and OCP, or W2 as it's actually known, for what the Army and the Air Force are currently wearing now. So stay tuned. We're going to flip the camera back around now. We're going to look at the blouse, compare the two blouses together, as far as like how uniform regulations would allow you to wear them, which is why I have one cuff rolled and on each blouse and all that other good jazz, just to save time with the setup and moving of all the camera angles and stuff. And we will get into that now. Alrighty, so here we are with the Crye Precision Army Custom Field Blouse here on the left, and the BDUs on the right. Obviously, we're going to start from the cuffs, work our way up the sleeves, around the torso, and then flip around to the back, which at some point I'm going to break this up into two videos. So we're going to do the front and everything, and then probably switch to the back, because it's easier on the uploading of the videos to have a lot more shorter videos than longer ones, but it gets to be a pain. So starting with the cuffs, the Crye Precision Combat Uniform, as you can see here, Velcro cuffs, really long adjustability in the Velcro though. They're very, very wide cuffs. Wider than on the BDUs, you get better airflow because of that and everything. They did take that into consideration with this uniform, which I think is very, very nice, other than the fact that they are adjustable by Velcro, which really sucks. So moving up from there, elbow pads. These do take elbow pads of a bunch of different varieties, but Crye Precision has their own integrated elbow pads. You hardly see people using the elbow pads. They kind of just get in the way of most of the things like that. The BDU obviously has just a reinforced elbow. As you can see there, just an extra strip of fabric. This is just an extra strip of fabric without the elbow pad, but it at least has a way to put the elbow pads in. The shoulder pockets. The BDU obviously has no shoulder pockets. They do have waist pockets, though. This uniform has no waist pockets. This pocket is very, very innovative in the fact that it has two different compartments. It is accordion bellowed along the bottom and along the back side, but the front is just seamed. The flap, once again, This has been a modified uniform. It would not normally have the identify friend or foe covers or the tabs for it. This was put onto this uniform much later. Same thing with these name tapes and insignia patches. These aren't normally on the uniform. These were put on by this person or paid for by this person to have those put on. But you can see the pocket here, Velcro closure, which really sucks. There's an extra patch that was added so that you could attach the friend or foe thing underneath the pocket, so you could have the IFF tab sticking out. But you have a flat pocket here in the front for documents behind the big 4-inch wide panel, and then behind that you have the bellowed pocket right here. So as you can see, it has two little strips for the Velcro to adjust, but it's not connected. It's a double layer pocket, which is really innovative. And it's ergonomically shaped to be able to reach very easily with body armor. As you can see, it's angled from the shoulder quite a lot. So there's a seam here on the shoulder, just like with both uniforms. That's kind of a feature I don't like because the seams rub and they blow out really easy against body armor. So chest pockets on the BDUs are obviously vertical. Button closure, which is really nice. They're not too hard. They're kind of a pain ergonomically to use. But as you can see here with the Crye Precision uniform, we once again have these very innovative pockets. They're leading the way in a lot of innovation. You have the flap here, which is angled. Again, kind of a little bit 45-degree inwards. You have the one big bellow here in the front. It's got double bellows here on the sides, a little angled. It blows out quite a lot, but it's still a relatively flat pocket. But it's angled to be used with body armor very ergonomically. So your body armor really only has 3 ways of accessing your pockets underneath it, because you have the neck hole you can reach through, which is why these are angled. They're angled so that way you could take your opposite arm and reach down through the neck hole and reach this pocket ergonomically. That's why they're angled like this. But the pocket, as you can see by this strip of fabric here underneath here, has another cool little hidden feature. It is also just like a regular slash pocket that you can reach through. You could reach up like this and stick your arm through the armhole of your body armor and get into this slash pocket underneath. So cuff roll per Air Force and Army standard regulations. This is all the further you're allowed to go. 2 rolls, which is kind of dumb. I think it's worthless, especially when the uniform is cut to have this much airflow. You really don't need it, because all it's going to do is, for one, it stands out a lot more, because the Army the pattern doesn't bleed through on their stuff, which you can see is a very light color normally compared to the rest of the uniform, so that kind of stands out, and it doesn't do much for the airflow, honestly. It just snags on everything then, because it's not in a convenient spot on your body. Pen pockets. All right, Crye Precision did really awesome with the pen pockets. I applaud them. Here's your pen pocket on your left chest pocket. It's just a little loop of fabric they attached underneath the pocket. It fits whatever pen or marker you want, as long as it's not too big, obviously, and yada this and that, rather than being the dumbest thing ever and putting it on the arm where you bang it into everything so your pen explodes. So 5-button closure here on the front on both uniforms, which is, again, fine. I wish there was more buttons on the Crye Precision uniform, because Velcro really sucks. And the collar up here is a lay flat lapel style collar. You can see that this little Velcro stip, if you don't close this all the way like this, which looks really weird when it's laying flat because you have this big floppy piece here and not here, and it's different lengths and yada yada. But if you don't have that closed, that piece of hook Velcro will stick to this, everything the second you set it down. It's annoying as hell. I hate it. It's the worst thing on the uniform, the most annoying thing on the uniform. After having worn, every time you take the blouse off and you throw it or set it down, that little square out Velcro on the collar sticks to everything. It just contorts the uniform into this mass of garbage, and you have to like pull it apart, which wears the Velcro out, which sucks because Velcro is a pain to replace. So, and these are not cheap uniforms. So other than that, that's about everything on the front of the blouse. So now we're going to conclude the video. You'll see it here in 2 seconds. We're going to flip it over just to make it easier for the things to import into the computer to edit. So we'll take a look at the back of the uniforms now. Compared to each other. Alrighty, so here we have the back of the Crye Precision improved Army combat shirt, combat blouse and stuff like that, and the Army custom combat blouse, and the BDU blouse. So as you can see, they both have this kind of tapered hourglass shape a little bit to them, which is good for comfortability. It's very smart looking without being too baggy or too rough like the old ACUs. It's a very innovative thing. You could see the pattern here where Crye Precision developed OCP, and this is multicam, which is based off of OCP since the Army's owned OCP since like 2002, or like 2001 for forever. Crye Precision, who developed the W2 pattern, which is known as OCP, also developed Multicam, which is an improved version of OCP, whereas OCP is all horizontal elements. Having this big strip of fabric here, you can now see how Multicam has it's shrunk down just a little bit, just a tiny little bit from OCP, and you can see these now vertical kind of elements put into it, like right here. There's one that kind of runs off that way. There's a big one right here, a little bit right here, you know, right there's another big vertical element. You can see all these vertical elements that this pattern has compared to the OCPs, which makes Multicam a much more improved pattern, actually, even though it looks so similar, because it tricks the eye a little bit more, because rather than having the whole pattern running in one direction, it now has these kind of like weird swirls and tapers that go off a little bit because of that slight mix of vertical elements into the pattern, which really helps break up the user a lot more. It tricks the brain a lot easier than just having a horizontal pattern. So much in the same way, the BDU actually is mostly horizontal, but then you see a lot of, so like most of the green, the brown, and the tan are horizontal, but the black actually creates these vertical elements that actually help break up the user a lot more in the environment, because the whole pattern isn't running just one direction. Same principle, actually. They both have lay flat lapel style collars, as you can see, which work really well. The Crye Precision Combat Uniform, this is a size medium long, actually, whereas I wear a medium regular in most BDUs, ACUs, stuff like that. That's what I wear, is a medium regular. The sleeves are a lot shorter on these, so the medium long actually fits my arms just about perfect, but it's a little bit too long in the blouse. You actually have 4 inches of fabric. So this Crye Precision Army Custom Combat Uniform is actually about 4 inches longer in the torso than it is in the BDUs, and that's not bad. I kind of like the extra length. I probably wish if I could get this arm length in a regular torso length, it probably would be better. I'm sure it's a little bit longer than the BDUs and the ACUs were, which isn't so bad. It doesn't get in the way. It's not long enough to get in the way, but it's long enough to give you just a little bit of extra coverage and everything like that when you're bending over and stuff, which is going to help obviously keep stuff dry, keep crap out of your pants pockets, actually, by having a longer blouse and stuff like that, which is good, because my pockets used to fill up with pine needles and crap because my blouse wasn't long enough and whatnot. But this helps. Having a longer blouse actually is really good for that, keeping water and keeping debris and stuff out of your slash pockets in your uniform. So that's kind of a nice feature, that the blouse is just ever so slightly longer. A regular length uniform would probably only be about 2 inches longer than the corresponding size in the BDUs, which is really neat. So I think that's a nice feature that is not taken into consideration a lot with a uniform, that people, because it's all the little things that add up to a giant pile of crap. It's never the big things. So now we're going to go and compare the pants here to each other, and then I will start editing the video and hopefully get it out for you guys today. Alrighty, so we have the Generation 3 combat pants up here at the top in Multicam, and the old BDUs here at the bottom. All these uniforms are made out of 50/50 nylon cotton ripstop. By the way, it's the very same fabric. They feel the same and everything like that, so there's not really anything different about the fabric or anything special, kind of like with the improved hot weather combat uniform compared to the BDUs. These are actually the same fabric, 50/50 nylon cotton ripstop. So we're going to start at the bottom on the front, and then we'll cut the video again and look at the back of the uniform, as well as some of the weird additional features, so just bear with me on that. So the BDUs, obviously, drawstring cuffs, nylon finishing tape, basically little 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch nylon drawstring finishing tape. The combat pants, Velcro tabs to adjust the cuffs, which kind of suck, because once again you're going to have all that loop type Velcro that everything will stick to when you're walking through the woods. Cockleburs, sandburs, everything like that's going to stick to that, which kind of really sucks, and it wears it out really quick. But it gives you a really nice snug cuff around your boot, which is going to help keep debris and stuff out, obviously. So moving up the front of the uniform, we have, oh, I got these backwards. Gotta flip them the other way around. There we go. So here we have, you can see the reinforced knee on the BDUs, just a layer of fabric. It's the same thing on the Crye Precision uniform though, but with a whole bunch of special twists, because as you can see, it has this big articulated rubber knee pad and its own pocket and everything like that. But the pocket is still just made out of uniform material, 50/50 nylon cotton. And it's like on the improved hot weather combat uniform where it has this weird kind of bubbled out shape of extra fabric when the knee pad isn't in there, because it is ergonomically shaped to not allow the pants to ride up when you crouch or something like that. And unlike the improved hot weather combat uniforms as well, it has this cool 4-way stretch fabric around it for not only better breathability, but it's going to reduce the strain and the movement of the knee pad when you're trying to wear it. So, and if I flip these pants over here, which is how we'll be looking at them from now on, you can see it has, without the knee pad in it, I did that on purpose, and it has this little Velcro strip of fabric that folds up and connects to all the same Velcro that the knee pad would hook to, but it keeps all the debris out of the pocket. And it has a drain hole here at the bottom if you get it full of water or anything like that, and whatnot. So moving up from there, you have a thigh pocket. It's a little tiny thigh pocket, okay? There's one that's just like this on the ankle, actually, which you can see part of right here. They're the same exact size pocket. Velcro closure again, but this one up here on the thigh has a special purpose. Not only can you use it for a little bit of storage and everything like that, it has this barrel lock and this rip cord, which if you see I pull on the rip cord, adjusts the height of the knee pad. So you can customize it to everybody's fit and person and everything like that, which is awesome. If they put this knee pad system on the improved hot weather combat uniform pants and got rid of the regular uniform reinforcements for the nylon reinforcements, but kept the 4-way stretch fabric, it would be the best pair of uniform pants in the world. It would, hands down. You could use it for combat. It'd be relaxing to use in just regular everyday office environments and stuff like that. It's the best freaking uniform ever. So here we have on the BDUs, obviously, no thigh pocket, but we do have the big triple bellowed cargo pocket, which is awesome. Lots and lots and lots of space. Now on the Crye Precision pants, you do have a pocket that is comparable in size, albeit dimensionally very slightly smaller. It has a lot of cool, innovative features to it, though, knowing Crye Precision. Button closure on these, and then it's bar tacked here at the front, so your pocket flap doesn't snag on anything, and stuff like that. This pocket, Velcro closure, which sucks because it's loud once again, but it has a accordion bellow along the back, and then it has 2 double bellows here in the center. So this pocket really expands out, as you can see, quite a lot. And then it has drainage vents inside the little bellows that you can see right there, little stitched drainage vents, which is a very, very awesome pocket. This pocket should be on all combat uniforms as well, I think. Knife pocket on both sides, right here, up above the cargo pocket, off to the side. So now we're going to cut the video. I'm going to readjust the pants and everything. We're going to look at the back side of both of these pairs of pants compared together. Go over some of the features like how the seat looks and stuff like that, the belt loops, the rear pockets and stuff like that. Alrighty, so we're back here with the pants now folded the other way around so we can see some more features. Not really anything happened on the BDUs. They're just kind of the same old plain bare-legged pants that you would normally find on a pair of BDUs that almost all of you have experience with, either commercially or if you're one of the old timers from the military. But on the Crye Precision pants, you have the ankle pocket, which is the same, once again, size as the thigh pocket. This one, once again, has no adjusters or anything in it, but it's just a nice pocket. The dip can pouch, the double bellow down the center, which gives you a lot of extra space and causes the pocket to lay really, really flat, other than having the side bellows. So it's not going to catch on as much stuff, which is really well thought out. Now for the knee pads, like I showed you with the Crye Precision, you know, integrated weird knee pads, these things right here, you have adjustability for the girth of the pants around the knee right here with this Velcro tab and this strip. So you could adjust how tight the knees are to help, once again, hold them in place to your leg shape, which is really, really, really nice. So looking at the seat of the pants now, moving up, because we already talked about the cargo pockets, the Crye Precision Combat Pants seat is much smaller than that on the BDUs and on the old gen UCP ACUs, the gray digital stuff. Much, much bigger reinforced seat, which I like. On the BDUs over the Crye Precision pants here is the fact that they you have more surface area. They are made out of just uniform material. They're not like the improved hot weather uniform where they're nylon. It would be much better if they were nylon. You'd get much more water resistance and much more durability out of it. So The Crotch Gusset is once again very innovative. That's the thing that's very, very innovative here on the Crye Precision Combat Pants. It is that 4-way stretch fabric. It's not bar tacked, so once again, you would tear this out very, very easily. But you might not tear it out as easily. I haven't had a lot of experience with these, as you could tell here. But like it stretches. It's a very, very good stretchy fabric. So it might not blow out as easy because it is so stretchy, because you're not putting so much strain on it then, because it does have give. But I probably would have liked to see more reinforcements on this. But you get a lot of airflow with this. It's much, much easier to dry, especially in hot and wet environments, having this basically vent, because this this stuff is so porous, it dries so easily, which is really, really, really nice. Moving up from there, you can see the rear pockets. Now, the rear pockets don't stand out on the Crye Precision Pants because they have zippers, and it's just your regular old just pocket. It's not any bigger or smaller than the BDU ones. The BDU ones have a flap with 2 button closures. The zippers aren't bad. They do kind of dig into you when you sit down just the right way, these little zippers will, but same thing with the buttons on this uniform. Now, above that, on the Crye Precision Combat Pants, you have more 4-way stretch, but only in the back, not in the front, just in the back. And they actually added this gusset once again, so it makes the rear of the pants sit higher than the front of the pants, for better like weight distribution and better ergonomics, as well as supporting your lower back just a little bit more. So the rear of the trousers on the Crye Precision Pants is taller than the front. So, and then getting into the belt loops, you can see that BDU's very thin, narrow, 1.5 wide belt loops. They're not that great. Crye Precision, much, much better. Wider belt loops. Same thing, just uniform material though. So they do tear through and stuff eventually, but they're much wider, so you get much better weight distribution. They will hold up a lot longer. The whole belt section is padded, actually. It's folded over layers of uniform that give you this very, very nice padded belt, which is really, really good, because then you could cinch down your belt really far to get a good weight distribution. Once again, with the back being taller on these pants, you're getting more lumbar support along your back, which is going to help save your back and help support weight and distribute weight a little bit easier. Now, another cool thing that they brought back on these, which are cool, but on the BDUs, they're not so cool. It's a good thing on paper, but the BDUs executed it really well. Really bad, sorry. They have this little belt adjuster with this steel M buckle that you can pull this little tab, and you can adjust the waist of your trousers without having to wear a belt or anything like that to customize the fit, help distribute weight and everything a little better. But that M buckle under a belt and everything really, really cuts into you. Crye Precision brought that feature back and really, really innovated it by the fact that they have this kind of rubberized tab with, once again, camouflage tape, so you're not compromising the pattern of the uniform. It's the same pattern as the rest of the uniform, but it's this Velcro rubberized tape that you can use to adjust the circumference of the waist. It doesn't cut into you, and it lays really flat, as you can see. It doesn't get in the way. It doesn't pinch under a belt or anything like that. It breathes really well. The belt is padded, so even if it does pinch a little bit, you don't feel it because it's so flat and flexible, unlike the steel buckle, that it won't get in the way, which is a super, super nice feature. This uniform is incredibly innovative. It's incredibly expensive to reflect that price tag. There's so many patented features in this uniform, the Crye Precision Combat uniform here, that it's unfunny even how many innovations have gone into this uniform, whether it be fabric, camouflage technology, the pattern itself, pocket laid out, integrated knee pads, adjustment systems for those, belt loops, all that other stuff. It's all basically patented, and it's a very, very good uniform added all up to that. But the price tag reflects that. And there's a couple things I'd still change, obviously. This uniform's much older, actually, than the improved hot weather combat uniform. Much, much older. This pattern goes back all the way to like the mid-2000s. This uniform, like, setup. So the blouse, I think, was made in like 2008. And I think this pair of pants was made in like 2011. But it goes back way further than that. Like, this whole uniform setup and this, like, a lot of these innovative features go back to like the mid-2000s. It's been around for a long time, and a lot of people don't know about it. It's a super innovative, very, very well thought out uniform. I'm really, really glad I got sent this, It's fantastic. I look forward to continuing to wear it and review it and all that other very good stuff. So hopefully you like this video. You subscribe if you like this sort of thing. If you have a uniform you would like me to review or something you are willing to send me. So far, the 2 uniforms that have been reviewed, I have been sent by viewers just to do reviews on. They got them. They're like, what's your size? Yada, yada, this and that. And they were like, here you go. Do a review on it. Let me know what you think. Because so far people were really on board with me doing a review of the uniform. Because I seem to be pretty blatantly honest. I'm comparing it to something that everyone has had a lot of experience with, which is the BDUs and everything. A lot of features that people seem to really, really understand. I'm good at explaining stuff like that. So if you would like to see a uniform from your country or a camouflage pattern or something from your country reviewed, that's a cool way to support the channel. It's content. You'll get a shout out in a video and everything. If you would like to send me a uniform or something, we could probably work something out like that. I've got no problems, chipping in some money towards that if you guys want to, help out with shipping from Europe and stuff, which is incredibly expensive, because it'll be cool to do reviews on all that other good stuff. So if you like that, or if you have a uniform you want me to suggest, all that other good stuff, leave that in the comments, leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't, share the video, get this information out there. We're helping people learn all that other good stuff and everything like that. If you want to support the channel in other ways, like how I got this nice editing software you're seeing in this video, or the beautiful 4K webcam for when I do live streams, that was all brought to you by Patreon support. I'm almost up to $70 a month of Patreon support, which a lot of people say isn't enough. My channel is very, very underrated for what it is, and I appreciate that all much. But as little as $1 a month on Patreon, and you get some perks for that. You get into the Discord, where you get to see all the other die-hard veterans and hardcore collectors and stuff, much like myself, that are nerds like this, and show off all the cool new things they get and yada yada, this and that in the Discord. And as little as $1 a month gets you in there, and I'll leave a link in the description. So thank you all for stopping by. Hopefully I don't have any problems editing this video like the one last week, and I will hopefully see all of you here in the next video. Bye-bye now.